Yo, what's up guys? So we're back with the road to SSL in 1v1. A lot of you guys have been asking me to do this, so I decided why not. Let's get into it before the season's up. We have a few weeks, I think we have 4 or 5 weeks to do it, so we have some time to get it done, and we're going to be going on the same account we did it from before. So we had 108 wins, and we ended up with a 96.3% win rate. So just keep that in mind as we get to the end of the series. I'm going to keep showing the stats. Obviously, the stats will have some games played from before, but we'll do the math at the end and see what our win rate ends up being. But again, I'm going to be trying to play to the strength of the rank that we're in. I'm not going to be trying to completely demolish them, of course. Obviously, if I'm playing someone that just started playing the game, I can win by quite a bit. If I'm playing to my normal skill level, I'm going to try to play to their level and give you guys the advice that would change the way they're playing to be just good enough to beat the rank all the way up until SSL. And obviously, you guys will get a lot of tips that'll improve you as we go through all these videos. So we're going to start off for today. Just so you guys know, the golden number we're looking for elo wise is 1375 for SSL in 1v1. Usually it's 1875 for 2v2 and 3v3, but 1v1, just because the elo is lower does not mean it's easier to reach SSL. It's the hardest mode in the game to reach SSL, so it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys to see the difference in skill, and I think it'll be interesting for me to see how good the diamonds and up are when it's just 1v1 and they have all this space to go for flip resets that you guys mentioned. So it'll be interesting experience. I'm going to get into the first game of the season. Let's see how it goes. All right, we are 600 elo, and we're playing against 600 elo. So we're playing somebody that's on their very first ever game as well. So 600 by default, I think, is plat, but I'm pretty sure this is not what we'll be in the whole time. We'll see. Either way, this is not a bad one to start off on here. So this guy might have actually just gotten the game. So you can see, let's just pay attention to how he's moving around the field, and what we could say if you're completely new, like brand new, how would that help somebody that just started playing the game? Well, one, make sure your settings are good. Make sure you don't have camera shake on, which is in the camera settings section. He's actually doing pretty good right there. He's got boost. See what he does. Yeah, not quite. But you can see he's trying to jump. He's just holding the same direction when he jumps, which is why it looks like this. And he's boosting around. So I know this first game's obviously not going to be that intense, but what I would recommend, what I can say off the bat here, is if you're someone that just started playing, just get used to just hitting the ball on the ground. Use your ball cam. Get used to how it feels moving around with ball cam on. You don't have to obviously be bounce drilling like I am. That's pretty difficult to get down early on, but you can obviously turn that into a power shot eventually. I'm not trying to score the late game here. But yeah, I think the first thing you have to learn is just get in free play, and honestly just practice like just trying to drive into the ball. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't try to flip into it yet. Just get good on the ground. Get the correct binds. I would copy my binds. I made a settings tutorial not long ago, probably a few months ago. If you guys want to check out my settings tutorial, it'll help you out quite a bit. I don't really want to score a bunch here, but anyway, my main point is if you just started playing like the guy we're playing against, I would recommend having your settings correct. Copy whatever pro you want to pick, any pro you want. It doesn't really matter, as long as the settings are comfortable for you. So try them out. Make sure that your hands don't feel in pain. And from there, I would just say to just try to hit the ball in free play. So you're obviously not going to hit it super well every time, but just the general idea of just getting consistent at moving around the field and hitting the ball in a basic way is going to be a good foundation for you. So that's the first match there. We're obviously going to end up playing 2 more because that was super quick and there wasn't much to gain from that one. But I think the next game, because we just gained some elo from that, it's going to throw us straight into platinum players here, I think. It looks like by default when you first play the mode, you're platinum 1. As soon as you lose a game, we're gold 3. As soon as you lose a game, it's going to tank your elo pretty hard, and if you win a game, it's going to raise your elo pretty hard. So we got 53 points just for winning that one game there, and that's a brand new player. So I think what would usually happen is you're just going to play someone that's in plat 1, plat 2, you're probably going to get beat, and then it's going to send you down the ranks until you eventually find your actual rank, and it's going to take some time from there to actually improve. But yeah, I know the first game's not going to be too exciting for a lot of you guys to watch, but it is a good showcase that we are obviously on a fresh run here, and we got to learn from nothing. Start from the bottom and get back to the top. Okay, so here we go. We're playing 222 elo, which is a bronze 3 player. Let's see what his kickoff is. Just driving into the ball. Okay. See if he has a good shot on him. He does. Honestly, not bad. So we're playing a bronze player that actually looks... The other guy must have been his first ever game playing Rocket League. I'm not going to lie to you. But if this is bronze, honestly, I'm actually excited for the series. If this is a bronze player, he just flipped off the wall. That's impressing me quite a bit. Take a little chip shot. This is why I tell you guys, last series I did for Road SSL and 2v2, just practice getting consistent and just driving into the ball off of bounces like this. And it's not easy at all, but that's a little bit too overkill, honestly, for what we're playing it right now. But look, this is the classic in ones too, sitting in net. Obviously, I should be going for kickoff, but I want to see what they're doing. I'm trying to get a feeling of what they're doing. I'm just going to roll the ball toward net and see how consistent he is at getting this touch. Pretty good. Just going to stay pretty grounded here. I'm not going to flip at all. I just want to see how he deals with a lot of these situations if I just roll the ball around him. So look at that, like a slight touch around him. I didn't really waste any boosts or do anything like that. He can flip. Not bad. This guy's actually decent. Trying to wait to see what he does. Always shadow in front of the ball like this. I'm going to mention this as I get higher in rank. But always try to stay right in front of the ball, like when they're dribbling, because on their perspective, they don't see you at all. The ball's just blocking their view. So I'll try to show you an example of what I mean by that. If I'm dribbling the ball, I don't see anything that's happening in front of me, right? You see how it covers like a lot of the field. This is why pro settings are really good to copy, because you end up seeing the left and right quite a bit. And I'm going to mention later on in the series a good way to counter that lack of vision, because there's a lot of ways to counter that lack of vision. But I just want to see how he plays right now. It's more important for later. I think right now it's a little bit too much to give you guys. Is that in? I don't know if this guy's actually this rank. I feel like he's hitting the ball too well for this rank, but maybe my idea... I mean, he could do exactly what I was talking about then. That was good. Both of those hits were good. He's sitting in net. If someone's sitting in net, I just recommend just boosting into the ball. Make him have to double jump for it. And then I'll just drive into this one. Get some pads. Don't instantly go for the ball, especially if you know they're sitting in net, and definitely don't roll the ball at them, because that's what they want. I'll show you guys an example of me rolling the ball at them and how bad and dangerous it becomes at these early ranks. Just gonna drive into this. Okay, he rolled it at me. That was already too much. A lot of like habits that I have to try to break when I'm doing this series, but I think toward like the plat and beyond ranks, which will be honestly only in a few videos, so I'm getting 50 elo piece. Towards those ranks, there's gonna be a lot of really important information for you guys. This guy's already way better than I would have imagined. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, he's kind of the GOAT. This might be the next world champion. Also, you guys told me there's gonna be a lot of Smurfs in this, so also we'll probably get a lot more forfeits because it's just 1v1. So it'll be interesting to see. It's gonna be a lot more Smurfs probably toward the diamond ranks. So he's bronze 3. But yeah, good second game there. Let's get into the third one. It'll be the last game of the video, and this is going to be the worst video in terms of gameplay, obviously, out of all of this. There's not too much to gain from this. I would say if you're in this rank, the main thing you should be trying to do is just getting consistent at the basic fundamentals. That guy was actually really good for that rank, I'm not gonna lie. He's hitting a shot there that I just would never expect him to hit. 276, this is silver 1, already moving up. So we saw our first look at bronze players today, and we're getting our first taste of silver. So kickoff wise, I don't know, if I go normally for kickoff, I'm just gonna beat them to the ball. So maybe I'll try to do a really basic kickoff just to show you guys. I'll do that for the next one, a really basic kickoff just to show you guys. Kickoff is a really big part of 1v1, one of the biggest parts of 1v1. But I would say one of the biggest things to get in the habit of at the start of your ones journey is always try to keep vision of the opponent, because if you have vision of the opponent, you can make touches like that. I can wait for him to come back here. He's gonna block the net. I can make a touch around him again. Right, so as soon as you have vision of your opponent, you can choose what to do with the ball to outplay him, right? But if you don't know where he is, your information's lacking, and you're not going to be able to make a play based off of it. So I would just recommend just flipping forward into the middle of the ball. That's kind of all you need. A few things to keep in mind that might help you. Once you reach supersonic, as long as you don't turn left or right, you will keep supersonic. So you don't have to use any boost. Keep that in mind. Here again, I'm going to try to sit behind the ball. So that point that I just made earlier, I'm going to be reiterating this a lot throughout the series, because that is a really big part of 1v1, even pro 1v1. But I'm trying to keep my eye on the opponent, right? I'm trying to keep my eye on the opponent so that I know when to make my move, when to make my outplay touch. you should be trying to defend in a way where they don't see where you are, so they can't have their eye on you. So try to keep that in mind and understand what they're seeing from their perspective, and try to manipulate where your car is on their perspective so you have vision the whole time, right? That's why bounce dribbles are really good, because every time I pop the ball up, what's happening? I'm creating space between myself and the ball, and I have vision for that 1 second. I'm gonna have vision where the opponent is, right? I'm gonna let him hit it, see what he does. So how I would do this to try to hide myself is right about, again, I'm gonna mention this throughout the whole series, because I think this is the biggest part of 1v1 that no one really talks about. Okay, we're gonna have a lot of forfeits in this series, I think. I'm trying not to, I don't have a crazy amount of time to record these videos as well, so I'm trying not to go super basic, and I know the most valuable information comes from like the plat to diamond and up rank. So this is like not gonna help that many of you, because obviously in your first 100 hours, less than 100 hours, maybe your first 50 hours just playing free play, you're gonna be much better than these players already. Especially if you watch all the tutorials that are out there for you now. And what I'm telling you guys, just practice basic fundamentals in free play. Just hit the ball, you don't have to boost. Understand that once you're full speed, as long as you don't turn, you keep full speed, and if you're holding drive, of course. And keep your eye on the opponent early on. Get that in your mind instantly, and I'm telling you that's one of the biggest things. All the way up to pro level, every single pro does this without thinking about it. And I think that once you actively think about it, you'll realize how easy the game becomes, and how like it's not just about looking at the ball, it's about also understanding where your opponent is and trying to make L play touch at the right time based on the information you're getting from seeing them. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the first video. I'm going to end it there because that's 3 games already, and we're going to be up into mid-silver for the next one. So hope you guys enjoyed. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, whatever time it is when you guys are watching this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's see this all in the next one. Love y'all. Peace.